Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 5 best budget cards at each position right now here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, starting off at the number 5 spot at the point guard position. Again, 5 cards per list, like I said. And I'm also not reusing any names. I'm using 5 names for each position. I'm not using the guys in multiple positions, even if they are multi-positional eligible. And I'm probably good enough to be at multiple positions on this list. So it gives y'all 25 totally different names. We'll start off with Galaxy Opal Zach LaVine, who's a great slasher and has a great jump shot, but does not have elite movement nor elite defense at this point in the year. My opinion, by the way, on budget card, every card in this list, I believe, is around, I think the most expensive card in this list might be about 65,000 MT. Everybody else is cheaper than that. So they're in that anywhere from, well, some of these guys are less than 10k all the way up to about 60 something thousand MT is about the range for cards on this list. But LaVine is number 5 at point guard, mostly because he's not that elite defensively. Castle's at number 4 because honestly, not this Castle, the Pink Diamond Castle is at number 4 because honestly, he's just not that elite offensively. He's a fine slasher, but not insane. He's an okay shooter, like he'll hit his open shots, but his jumper's not ridiculous. But he's a great defensive point guard at 6'7", which is enough, in my opinion, to add real value to the card. I do think he's a legitimately solid option still because of his size and defense, but I also don't think he's good enough offensively to be any higher than number 4. Number 3 is Dante Exum, who isn't quite as good defensively as a guy like Stephon Castle, but he is really nice offensively. He's got good speed, good shooter, good dunker, nice jump shot as well. Defensively, like I said, pretty well rounded, 6'6", good slasher, just a solid card, very affordable as well, super duper cheap. He's just a really nice option at the point guard position at number 3. Number 2, unsurprisingly, Dyson Daniels, 6'7", elite level defender with a money jump shot. He's not an incredible shot creator or anything like that. In fact, I would say Exum is better in that aspect, but he's an extremely high level defender with a very nice shot. I just think he's a better Stephon Castle, basically, which is why he's at number 2. And then number 1 is Alex Caruso. I think you could definitely debate Dyson or Caruso depending on what you need. If you need more size, a guy like Caruso might be the better idea. If you need, or a guy like Dyson might be the better idea if you need more size. Caruso's got a bit more stat and badge versatility though, and I think Caruso's a really good card. I'm definitely a big fan of what he can provide. So in my opinion, Caruso at number 1, Dyson at number 2 is how we're gonna go with this list. Moving on to the shooting guard position, we have ourselves at number 5 Kyle Korver, who is a great shooter and a very solid defender. He doesn't do much off the dribble stuff whatsoever, but he is a great shooter and he's a great defender, and that is a valuable skill set by itself. He is a useful card still, who is definitely a guy you still have to respect on the outside at all times. Always have to get a hand up. I think he's a really nice card. Number 4, speaking of always have to get a hand up, Omri Caspi, 6'9", capable finisher, capable defender. The size and versatility is nice, but what makes him amazing is also that elite level shooting ability. It's really just super duper high level stuff. I think he's a very good card, and to me personally, anyway, I have no issues at all with him being ranked here in this 4 spot. I think the jumper is amazing, and I think he provides a lot of value. So I have him at number 4 on the list. Moving on to number 3 is going to be OG Anunoby, who again provides a lot of defensive ability. That's probably his biggest value. 6'7" with a very nice jump shot, high level defensive ability. He's also a good slasher. So like as a whole, I just think he's a pretty well-rounded card. In all honesty, I am a fan of what OG Anunoby provides on the court. Because he is a good shooter, he is a good slasher, he's a very good defender, he's got good size, like just overall super duper solid, well-rounded card as well. Number 2, Ricky Davis. Ricky Davis gives you a lot of offense, great jump shot, great slashing, really solid movement, has that Darius Garland dribble style. Defensively, he is not special, but he is good enough to where I think the offensive capabilities provide him enough to where he is a top 2 guy at the shooting guard position for his price tag right now. And I think he's really good. I definitely like Ricky Davis. And then Dr. J is number 1. Unsurprisingly, the fact that he's under 40,000 MT is just a steal. Plain and simple. His jumper is money. His movement is money. His slashing is money. His defense is money. Everything about the card is elite. He's just an awesome card. He's number one shooting guard position still. Really a big fan of Dr. J. Moving on to the small forward position. I have to find my list. Small forward. Okay, cool. Gerald Wallace is who I have at number 5. Gerald Wallace is only 6'7". If he was taller, he'd be higher on the list, but a really nice jump shot, really great slasher, very good defender. Those things by themselves are enough combined to where I do think he is a top 5 guy, despite being only 6'7". Definitely a very solid card, but I will say the small forward position is pretty loaded. Like Tyler Hansbrough at number 4 has decent movement, a great jump shot, good size. He's like 6'9", 6'10". He's a really good card. The small forward position is absolutely loaded in terms of top tier budget cards. So it's a very, very nice, strong position. Carlos Boozer, same story. 6'9", money jump shot, super solid defender, athletic, versatile, well-rounded card, just super duper good. Neither of them are top tier like lockdown perimeter defenders, which is probably the main reason I have them a little bit lower. And their movement isn't like insane, but they do a lot of really good things in the court, and they definitely very well-rounded cards. At number 2, Anton Jameson, who I love his sigs, love his jumper. Think defensively he's nice, he's well-rounded stat and badge wise. Another really good Galaxy Opal card, easily a top 2 budget small forward in my opinion. Then at number 1, this should come as no surprise, Michael Beasley. Best jump shot damn near in the game, pretty much. Combine that with legitimately extremely high level movement, he is just an absolute stud. I think Michael Beasley at number 1 is, it just can't change. He has to be on the number 1 spot on this list. He's an amazing card. Moving on to the power forward position, we have ourselves at number 5. This is the weakest position, by the way, on this list. Galaxy Opal David West, not a horrible card. His jumper's nice, he's solid defensively. He is not a bad card, but he's also not what I would consider like an amazing, insane card either. I feel like David West at number 5 is probably pretty fair. Alperen Şengün has a really nice jumper as well, but he's a little bit on the slower end, only like 86 speed. He's not bad defensively, he's got good finishing badges. This card's a little slept on. I feel like he was always a little bit overlooked at All-Star, but to be fair, I mean, he's got good size, 6'11", and 7'2" wingspan, but I just think he's not insane either. This is probably the weakest position because the bottom half of the position with those two guys, I wouldn't say is too incredibly strong. And like even number 3, Tony Kukoc, is like a tweener. He's 6'11", but he's like a combo small forward, power forward. He's got 90 interior, 90 perimeter. He's got half paint patrol, post lockdown, rebound chaser. So he's got some interior stuff for him. He's an elite level pick and popper, though. Really nice jump shot, and I mean very nice. The shooting ability is what I really like about him. He has a pick and popper. I think he's very good. My biggest criticism of the card is again that I think defensively he can be just a tiny bit soft at times, but honestly he's a very solid card. I think number 3 is the right spot for him. Moving on to that number 2 spot, I like this card a lot. Nikola Vucevic, his Galaxy Opal, really good jump shot, very solid interior defender. Again, kind of like a Şengün, he's a little bit on the slower end for power forward at this point in the year, only being about mid 80s, but I like the jump shot a lot, and I mean a lot. I think defensively he's solid. I think he's got a pretty decent player build. I think he can guard pretty well and finish in the interior at a high level as well, and I think he's a solid card. But number 1 to me, and this one isn't even really all that close, is Dino Radja. I think Dino's pretty easily the best budget power forward you can get right now. He's 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, money jump shot, and I mean absolutely money. Very good defender, very good rebounder, very good speed, finishing ability, versatility, just really good. And for his price tag being less than 50,000 MT, he just has to be on the team. If you're looking for a budget power forward, he's easily the number 1 option on this list. Moving on to the center position, definitely a bit of a deeper position compared to power forward. Number 5 is Pink Diamond Kristaps Porzingis, who has the biggest issue being that he's only about 80 speed. He's only, I mean, 7'2", which is very good size, but 80 speed is 7'2", without like extremely elite badge completeness at this point, in my opinion, is probably, I think this is probably the right spot for KP. To be totally honest, this feels like the right spot. Number 5, I just don't think he's quite better than anybody else in this list. Number 4 is going to be Rudy Gobert. The shooting is limited, and he's only like 86 speed, but he's a dominant defender, dominant rebounder, very good on the interior, very good finisher. He will hit an open shot. His jumper's not atrocious by any means. I think he's a pretty decent card. And I think Rudy Gobert at number 4 is a pretty fair spot for him. He's definitely not a bad option at all at the center position. The number 3 spot is going to be taken up by Kel'el Ware, who is definitely a very solid card. Gives you a good amount of value at his position. 7 foot, really good jump shot, very athletic. I like this card a lot. He is one of those mainstays on every single like budget lineup type team that I make. Just a guy who can always fill a power forward or a center spot and be elite. He would have been higher on the power forward position, arguably. He would have been maybe number 2 at power forward. Another guy who probably would have been number two at power forward also is Eddie Curry. Again, these two cards are very similar. They kind of do everything. They have that 90-ish speed. They're very athletic. They play pretty good defense, and their jumpers are super nice. Eddie Curry has a very fast jump shot as well. Another guy who's a very good finisher. He's got a very bulky, big player build as well. I used to describe him in 2K20 as budget Shaq. I don't know if that's a great comparison anymore, because it kind of is. You know what I mean? Big, fast, bulky player build, really good jump shot. He's an interesting card, and he's an effective card, and I think he deserves to be pretty high on this list as well. Number one's Vlade. Honestly, Vlade versus Eddie versus Kalel is pretty darn close. Vlade just has the most size. He's 7'1" with 7'5" wingspan. It's the main reason I give him the slight edge. He's a little bit slower than those guys are, but he's a good shooter, good dunker, good defender, versatile card. Well-rounded, jumper's pretty nice. I like Vlade. I think overall the center position is a pretty solidly deep position when it comes to budget cards in my team, especially compared to power forward. So with that being said, this is the list. Caruso, Dyson, Dante, Castle, and Levine at point guard. Dr. J, Ricky Davis, OG Anunoby, Omri Caspian, Kyle Korver at shooting guard. Michael Beasley, Anton Jameson, Carlos Boozer, Tyler Hansbrough, and Gerald Wallace small forward. Dino Rajan, Nikola Vucevic, Tony Kukoc, Operation Shingun, and David West at power forward, and then Vlade Divac, Eddie Curry, Kalel Ware, Rudy Gobert, and Kristaps Porzingis at that center position. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this ranking. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.